queued up in Discord, or no? I guess we're gonna switch over to the other game. Yeah, let me get out of here.
Just
All
so we know, are we doing any kind of epilogue things, or are we gonna go straight into the second one, or not the second one, the next campaign? I'm just asking, so you know.
But what do y'all really want to do? 'Cause I don't mind doing either. I'd say, I mean, it's up to you guys. Yeah, I'll let you guys decide.
I think we should have at least a little bit of an epilogue.
I'm down for an epilogue as well.
Okay.
I'm along for the ride, so I'm ready to hang
Oh yeah.
out.
Our new player. Everyone, introduce yourselves.
Hello, everyone.
Hola, madam.
Hi, Pixel. How are you?
Good, thanks. Lots of familiar faces in here.
I think what I'll do is, I may just stream my page for Pixel. Instead of just adding her to this server when she's already going to be in the new server, and we're going straight to the new server anyway. I think that would be a waste of time for you. So what I'll do is I'll just I'll give everybody the treat of looking at what it looks like on my side when I'm playing D&D with you guys. So let me capture my screen here. Where's the pixel? Share your screen. There we go. That's it. Okay. All right. So there's no real benefit to. There won't be a dice benefit to it, but if somebody wants to recap, you can. Since we're doing an epilogue, figure out where we left off. Is it here? Oh no, you guys defeated. Oh yeah, teleport. All right, yeah, go ahead with the epilogue if you want. Whoever. Sort of the recap leading up to it.
All right. So, let's see. We open the session with going down the ladder and the secret entrance that Rendlefin discovered in the last session. We approach a door covered in all kinds of fleshy tendrils. Daloon uses telekinesis to shove the door open, and we enter what is described as a chamber of horrors. Flesh fused with metal everywhere. The symbol of the Lich King is all big and bold in the center of the room. As we're exploring the room, Azimuth senses an adult brass dragon concealing itself on the ceiling, and she convinces the dragon to not only reveal itself, but also convinces it to not harm us and tell us how to go to confront the Lich King, which it does, and it explains that we have to read aloud the invitation that we found in the last session, and upon reading it, we are all teleported to the throne room of the Lich King, where the finale battle takes place. After a long and brutal fight, the Lich King is finally defeated. And in the aftermath, we discover that we realize that we are down 2 party members in Soren and Elsie, as they both died in combat. And we finished with, I think it was the loon who teleported us. I think we went straight to Pounce's tower. And that's where we ended the session.
Okay. And as you appear in Pounce's tower, the arcane energy fizzles out, and the runes that are glowing blue softly dim under your feet. As a swift change in temperature, you're now much warmer as the braziers lit up. Azimuth looks around. Okay, good. We got out of there. As you remember, the place is falling down, making your tokens the appropriate size.
I was gonna say, Bluebell was gonna look around for any immediate threats, not seeing any, and then just flop on her back on the floor, just like, guys, everything hurts. Haven't been hurt this bad in so long. And like holding up one of each of Elsie and Soren, like, I got these. Do you think there's anything we can do with these? I got what I could.
Am I still frozen?
Yes, you are, but you're not dead. You're just like Han Solo-fied right now. You won't be blind when they met you out, though, so that's cool.
Did not know that was even
Avery.
a possibility.
I was gonna say, yeah, Avery can fix her. I think.
Avery, you look over at Avery, and she's leaning up against the wall, crying heavily. She wipes the tears from her face and, all right. And she strolls over to Tobeans. Her holy symbol begins to glow as her hands touch the ice, and this sizzling begins to happen as the ice begins to melt off of the around, encapsulating Tobeans within like a popsicle. So it's not instant, so it'll take some time, but she's slowly melting Tobeans out, and I would say after maybe 3 minutes, Tobeans, you're actually all the way melted out, and there's a puddle on the floor.
I'd like to message Pounce, tell her that we're at her tower, or we're downstairs,
Pounce, okay.
just to see if she's there.
You hear a voice in response. Oh, good, it was you. I was worried that perhaps it was someone else. I'll be right down. So you hear her in response.
All right, Pounce is on her way down here, guys.
Bluebell. I was gonna say, go ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
Elric is going to walk up to Bluebell and he'll ask, which bag of remains are Elsie's?
She's gonna stare very intently at them for a second, trying to remember, and hold out her right hand, like, this one? I think it's this one. Pretty sure it's this one. Like, I don't know. I think it's this one.
Elric will kind of half smile and understanding that, given everything that was happening, it would make sense that Bluebell doesn't exactly remember which one, so he'll nod and take the bag, and then he'll just secure it to his belt without saying anything, and then kind of step back against the wall, waiting for Pounce to arrive.
All right, she begins to descend the stairs. Oops, wrong side. That's ascend. All right, she's down. You hear her slowly running around, and she's in one of her sort of it looks like she was like maybe in her like teaching attire or something. As she turns the corner, what? What happened? Where have you been? What?
Yes.
So you defeated him.
At great cost.
Where's Elsie?
That's part of the cost. Soren too.
I see. Well, I don't feel it would be right for me to say that I'm that we must herald your heroics and those among you who have fallen. I, for one, will ensure that your names will echo through Ank'Harel as our city's heroes. It seems the Mighty Nine had a profound effect. Forge Keepers may yet rival them, at least in legend. I look forward to heralding in those stories and teaching them with my students, Pounce says. Now come on, let's get your wounds seen too. A lot of you don't look great. Let's dry off toe beans. Bounce the motions to escort you guys upstairs to a more comfortable situation.
As we're walking up the stairs, can I ask her if she knows anybody that has the ability to resurrect? I think it's true resurrection or something like that.
She looks over her shoulder. Well, Avery, what do you think? Pounce says. Avery sort of looks at the ground as you guys make your way up into the room. Avery looks around. Well, this is, of course, a service that you normally would have to pay for. And I'm afraid I only know my power is very limited to a resurrection sort of spell. I cannot perform the true resurrection. I'm not yet powerful enough. Now, I don't think disintegration dust counts. Okay? It doesn't count as a dead creature, so don't get crazy here.
Or would a wish perhaps make it more possible?
Well, yes. But Soren, well, you saw. He abandoned us. Or, no, wait. Avery, like, has a light bulb moment as she looks over at Pounce. He nods. Soren? Soren hasn't fallen. I helped him out with a little trick that, I unfortunately taught Nezareth. Soren's soul is split into 3 and stored safely, so he can be resurrected in such a fashion, yes.
Sweet. How much does that cost?
Alright, let's have a look. Avery looks over her spell book. We can take you to the palace and the chapel in there. The high priest could do it for. We could argue 17,000 gold.
I can do that. After we all wounded, or not wounded, all after we were covered. That's it. Recovered from our wounds.
Well, very well then. I guess. Look, I'm sorry. I have to. I need a drink. I need to sit down. I can't. I'm too sad right now. She starts bawling and runs over to this sort of bench and sits down and begins to cry. She pulls out the wine that was the final gift that Elsie gave her. She pours a glass for herself.
Randolphin is going to, without saying anything, go sit on the bench next to her, and Shannon is going to lay kind of like under her legs on the bench, and they're just going to sit there silently while she cries, not saying anything.
Avery calls out, I wasn't strong enough. Elsie is just so. Gosh, she's so impulsive. I couldn't reach her in time to death ward her. If I had. And I knew she would have just ignored me if I told her to stop. Like she always does. She takes a drink.
I'll go over and quicken spell sacrificial healing on both of them.
Do what and what now?
I'm going to quicken sacrificial healing on Randolphin and Avery.
Okay, cool. So you'll take some HP and help them recover. Gotcha.
I mean, I guess I could use one of my wish spells to bring back Elsie, but I'll need to rest first.
I mean, from what you guys told me about Ree, she didn't want to get brought back. Would Elsie want to get brought back?
No, she wouldn't. She made that clear to me before we set out on this adventure.
Okay. HP, I mean, sorry.
The desire to bring Soren back is there. I believe he gave me one of his soul pieces, or whatever you call it. And Elric is gonna... I think, if I remember right, I think Soren gave him one. So he's going to reach into his bag until he grabs it. And then he is going to... he's going to kind of underhand toss it at Pounce. And we'll say... if you want to bring him back, that's up to you. It might be a few days before I want to lay eyes on him, if I'm being honest. And then Elric will kind of walk back towards the wall and stay quiet after that.
Okay. So you all sort of rest up, I guess.
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. It would be pretty late when you teleport in. So once Avery's done trauma dumping and all that, she eventually gets to a point where she knows she has to rest. She is very weak and tired, as you all are from the battle. And so go ahead and long rest and reset yourselves. Then the next morning you awaken down in the teleportation room where the beds are. You head back up and you make your way up into the room here where Pounce has greeted you and decided that she would at least offer out some refreshments to you as you awaken, which is of course in the form of her husband's famous wine. All right then. So you all gather up here, and Pounce says, "All right, well, I think that I'm going to go tell the council the good news." And when we go to the Cerulean Palace, Avery, we'll make sure that we highlight your successes, okay? Not your failures. Don't beat yourself up over this. You will be commended for your bravery, as well as your fallen comrades, okay? And you know this, so chin up. No more crying. You're a dragon rider, Pounce says, as she motions to tilt up Avery's chin. Chin up. And she passes by and walks up the stairs.
I'm going to give her the 10 grand that I still owe her to complete the contract.
The what? I'm sorry?
The contract that we got, or that she accepted to be our healer.
Oh, the money. Yep. She accepts it. But she's kind of holding it out. Well, I guess I did fulfill the terms of the agreement, but Just feels wrong. Feels wrong to take money from you when not all of you are alive. I feel like I failed, so I don't know if I deserve this as much. She reaches
Yeah.
out to hand it back to you, Deline.
I mean, it's a miracle more of us didn't die, so I think that counts as something.
She does nod at that. Well, that is, yes, that is true. If I weren't there, the casualties would have been worse. That's undeniable. But still, if you don't take it back, then I'll just accept it, and I'll put it towards, something that will benefit on Corel.
That'll work. Your little brother might find use for it as well. Talented
Don't let
boy,
him-
that man.
Don't let him fool you. He's Daddy's favorite. He's a spoiled little brat. That's why he gets away with having an illegal shop in the town.
It could also be that shops like that will exist regardless. You might as well take control of it, moderate it.
Well, I
And
have
leave my
to,
place there.
Avery stands up and approaches the center of the room. Nods at Deloon. Thanks, and, alright. Let's, I'm gonna go to the palace. I have to get there before, Pounce does. He, accepts the money and waves goodbye to all of you. And heads out of the tower. Now you're all alone. What do you want to do?
Rendlefin is going to try and find a wizard he can hire to use a teleportation circle to teleport him back to his guild in Bazaksan.
You can do so pretty easily. As your heroics come to sort of coming to an end in terms of stopping the Lich King's reign of terror, or almost, you are able to easily find a way to get passage over, and no cost to you for saving Oncorel and Silra, perhaps all of Exandria. So they're able to get you free travel to Bazaksan. You get there and things are looking great. Your guild is doing much better than you left it. The people you left in charge have built it up, and there's even a second floor to it now, like a second story.
Guess I didn't really need you.
But Bazaksan looks a lot more peaceful. Um, and they look like they're on the recovery quite well since the installment of the Hunters Guild here.
Alright, then I guess that's. Rendlefin is going to go up to his office in his guild and he's going to sit at his desk and start prepping more work for quests and more political things. And that's where he's going to be for probably the rest of going forward for the epilogue, at least, because I feel like that's what he would want to do.
So this, okay, so you go to your office and sit down. This, Eric Crocker walks in. Oh, yes, Master Rindleton. Allow me to show you our accounting over the course of time that you've been absent. This is the person that you hired to handle everything. He shows you your accounts, and he points out to you the current profit margins that you've been able to accumulate from various resources. A lot of it looks like a lot of the major cities have sent over some very rich clients that were in need of dire help. So they paid for the best adventurers, and it looks like over the course of time you've been gone, the Hunters Guild has accumulated of 500,000 GP. So good,
It's a
good
lot
for you.
better than I thought.
Yeah, you return to a rather successful business investment.
He's going to talk to the Aarakocra, and he's going to ask that he put 50,000 gold pieces aside for his adventuring party going forward. And he's also going to ask if they can look at erecting some statues in front of the guild for his fallen comrades from the Forge Keepers
Oh,
in
yes,
honor of
well,
their memory.
absolutely, of course. He nods and will write that task down, and it, for the sake of brevity, it gets carried out. And over time, you do have a sort of a statue uh, in their honor that's erected there. So there you go.
Sweet, that's it.
Well, while the rest of us are in the tower, because Randolphin disappeared, Bluebells was gonna ask. So you guys were telling me you have like a burial site that you've taken previous members of your group to. Did you guys want to take the ashes of these two there? Seems like a fitting place to put their ashes anyway.
Elric will look over at Bluebell and say, I think that's appropriate. I think that's a good thing. Yeah, good idea. I think that's very appropriate. I will accompany you in this.
Can we wait a few days?
I mean, yeah, I didn't have a specific time frame. Like we had to go now. I mean, it's as awful as this sounds. It's not like we have decaying bodies to keep track of. They're just ashes. They can wait a few days. I know that's horrible, but you know, just they're okay waiting for a few days if we need to.
Before we depart, I kind of want to wait before anybody just disperses to see if we can get sent like custom sending stones so we can reach out to each other no matter where we are.
Well, Asmund speaks up. For your bravery and for what you've done for Exandria, I had a gift of sorts planned in mind.
Another
Sure,
banquet?
something much better than the banquet. I consider you my court of dragon knights, and Bluebell an honorary dragon knight, so she takes out these she takes out these dragon scale like forged rings and hands out 5 rings to all of you.
Is it okay if we request one more before we get Soren back?
If Thorn wants one so badly he can come see me himself. She
At
smiles.
the banquet?
Until I see him myself, I think he's a coward. I don't give gifts to cowards. I'm not in that sort of business dealing.
don't think what he did was cowardice. It was just removing himself from the board, so to speak.
Well, she shrugs. If he wants anything from me, he knows where to find me if he finds his way back to this plane of existence.
Will you be at the banquet?
Of course. I must regroup with them and the Goliaths and get Gargan and his men to set aside some time to celebrate our newly established heroes of Exandria.
Looking forward to it. We appreciate your help, truly.
He nods. Well, have fun with the rings. And she decides to leave and transform into her dragon form and fly off. Okay. Any final affairs before you do anything else?
I know I'd just be waiting around till Avery got back so we could get those gloves after we revive Soren.
Oh, she went to the palace. She's not coming back.
Ever?
She has to report back to the palace. The quest is over, so she has to return to her duties. She just said that.
I mean, like, I just figured she wouldn't stay there forever.
I mean, no, of course. She's a normal person, but she's going back to the palace. Once she gets there, she's probably going to meet her handmaiden and report to her father and the rest of the people at the Cerulean Palace about what's happened.
Oh, I was overall brevity, like over the course of the next week, and then we.
Oh yeah, no, she'll be available. Yeah, sure. Yeah, she'll have some time, especially for you guys. Part of your reward is having a key to the city, so you can basically go anywhere in Ank'Varel. And you're able to negotiate the authorization of, and you're able to persuade them the benefits of having air travel that can come to Ank'Varel. So they begin to produce an airship docking bay in Ank'Varel that increases the traffic and increases the wealth. You're able to sell that to them, and with Avery's endorsement, it gets approved. So some good things begin to happen in Ank'Varel for you guys. Not that they weren't before, but and of course, the people in the streets recognize you no matter where you're at, because there's murals of yourselves, various artwork of yourselves all over the city. After defeating Nezareth, a former student of um, Pounce's, you guys are famous. So that's sort of how Ank'Varel regards you from here on out, until we return someday for a one shot or something.
Memorial?
Yes, you are able to make your way there to the memorial site, and you guys can. I'll give you some time to memorialize your fallen comrades as much as you want. So go ahead. Thorn be with us. Did you pay for him to be true resurrected?
Yes.
Okay. So then yes, he would be true resurrected at some point during the week for the sake of brevity. Okay. Right. You guys make your way to the gravesite, which isn't in Ank'Harel. I'll just change the scene just for funsies. And you guys make your way out there, and you're gathered around. Thorn's with you.
So Elric is going to step forward. And he's going to take off the bag from his belt of hopefully Elsie's ashes, and he's going to reach in and grab a handful and sprinkle them over the graves. You will say something to the effect of, "I will see you again, my friend, but not yet." And then he's going to take the sheath with Stormcaller, and he's going to remove it from his belt with the sword still in the sheath. And he's going to slowly walk up to Soren. And he's going to hand Stormcaller back to Soren. And he's going to look at Soren and say, "I understand why you left. At least I think I understand. But what I cannot forgive, or at least not forgive right now, is that you left us when we needed you most. It will take me a long time to forgive that." And then he's going to start slowly making his way back down the, I guess the mountain to wherever the ship is.
Okay. Very well.
I kind of want to pour some of the Elsie's favorite drinks into the shot glasses and hand them out. Let's toast to our friends.
And Avery will be here with you for this too, of course. And Beauregard. As she brings a Cobalt Soul sash to wrap around wherever the ashes were placed. They of course toast with you. Okay. Any other last little things?
I think we should do a worldwide tour of UOS.
Right. I was gonna say, Bluebell was gonna do like a little toast with the shot glasses, be like, to the person whose reckless chaoticness was the only thing that rivaled my own. Surprised you lived that long.
Avery raises the glass.
I'll raise mine and say you won't be. You're gone, but you're not forgotten. You'll be in stories for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Avery raises the glass. To the person who didn't treat me like I was some precious thing and instead an actual person. No one but Elsie could speak to me in a way that made me feel human, Avery says, tears running down her face. But that's just a side effect of being royalty. She wipes the tears away and takes the drink. Elsie was transparent with me. I had to be with my handmaiden for 5 years before I convinced her to.
Rendlefin will raise a glass and say, "For a monk who monked, and for the person who never lost their smile, even when they probably should have." And then he'll tap his glass on the table and drink a shot.
Okay, so you all take a shot to your fallen comrades, toe beans. I'm sure you're there as well if you have anything you would like to add to the monk that monked as hard as a monk could.
Guess I'll say I'm sorry for some of the mean things I said to you, just not all of them.
Beauregard walks up and clenching the sash in her right hand and drink in the other. Tears welling up sort of in lower parts of her eyes. You're the greatest Cobalt Soul student ever. Even greater than me. And she sets the sash down where the dust is and takes the shot. All right. I think that's everyone. So after this, you feel sort of a cold breeze sort of coming in as the around this time. It's sort of starting to change to like a fall sort of season, which is a good thing in Ankarael because that means another festival is coming to the city, and um, this time there'll be more traffic, which will be great. So you all return to your lives as heroes. of Exandria, finding your place among the ranks of the Mighty Nine. And that is where we will end the story.
Victory!
Now now that we are finished, let's take a break. Right? Let's take a break. Like however long you need, 5, 10 minutes, whatever it is. And once you're back, we'll move on to discussing the Forland homebrew.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. I still have my headset on, so need to ask me something during the break. I'm still here. I may not answer immediately, but I'll get to you.
anyone's on the headset, can they tell me how to start making my character? I forgot how to do everything.
Are you looking at the journal?
I can go to the journal.
I mean, yeah, there's a character plus tab up on the journal tab.
Okay, I thought I pressed that, but nothing happened.
Look at. Did you scroll down to the bottom? Something may have just showed up there, like one of those random sheets down there. Might have a funky name. If it didn't, I can spawn you one. It should be. I don't know why it's not
Oh,
working.
I guess I might have spawned two then, because I pressed it once earlier, and then it has like little shadowy beings with.
Yeah, it pops up
interesting
in the.
names.
It doesn't just pop up on the screen, which wouldn't be helpful, right? It would be helpful if it did.
I see. So I have to like edit a sheet. I don't know.
When
Okay.
you click on it, some options should come up.
Yeah.
So what do you?
So I click use the character mancer.
Yeah, your character is in the books, I'm sure. Yeah, the books that are in the game, your options are in there. So yeah, you can use the character mancer. You've done this before, Toe Beans.
It's been a while.
I'm sorry, Anna. I'm just picking on you. You'll get the hang of it. You guys are really good at this now.
Oh, but I have a lot of undecided things.
Oh, so since the
It was Gothariad.
I'm fine with that. That's
He
okay.
just hates everybody though, so it's like just whatever.
I would have been sad, but I am emotionally okay with that.
Hey, okay. I am back. So I'm good to go whenever.
I'm here.
Cool deal. The Pixel Your sheet will be easy to set up.
I was gonna say, do you need to send me something?
Let me see. So in Discord, there was an invite posted there, and once you click on that, it should be
Under
should
which one? Under the general? Oh,
general chat. Yeah, it's the app.roll20 link.
got it.
So you just click on that, and then it loads up.
Yep.
And once you enter the game, there you are. Do you need me to stream my screen to help you? Would that help? Give you like a visual aid?
Sure, for a moment, yeah.
Yeah, that's
See what
probably a
you
good
did.
idea. That's how I did with the other guys. It's only fair. Okay. Okay. Okay, so if you're ready, just click up here on the journal. There's a few tabs where the chat room is about across the top. You probably don't have all the ones that I do. You might not. I'm not sure what the players looks like now, but the journal should be there for sure. Click on that. And then there's an option that appears as plus character. When you click on that, yeah, something will pop up down here with a weird name. So you got two of them spawned down here.
Whoops.
It's fine. It's no big deal. So just pick whichever one of those, and I'll pick the other one. Which one did you pick?
The first one, the one that started with an N.
First one? Okay, I'll do the root leg sauce tiwi. Whatever that is. Alright, so when you click on that, this comes up. Use the character mancer. You want to click that because it's going what it's going to do is it's going to take all the books that I allow in the game are going to be available here for you to just use drop down windows and click on them.
Gotcha. So I need to re-go through what I did the other day.
Yeah, it'll be a cinch.
Okay.
But like I was mentioning to you before, once you get to the background tab, you'll see for yourself. So you get to choose. Just go ahead and choose your race, and I'll go along with you.
All right.
As you can see, there's a lot of different races, all with their own benefits and so forth.
Okay.
You're going to see doubles of a few. They don't have all the ASMR ones are the same. Like the AA, ASMR, whatever. All of those are the same. You'll see doubles, and they're essentially the same thing. I looked through all of them. There's a few differences.
Okay. I'm just gonna go through it kind of quickly here and see what I get. If I have any questions.
I think you can handle it from here.
Yeah, I'll just kind of copy what I did before.
Yep. All right. I trust you. You can do it.
Thank you.
That is really the hardest part about this. Once you get a handle on Roll20 and how it works, the rest of it is kind of like what we were doing a moment ago with the role playing, just sort of closing out the character arcs.
Right.
Oh, and I think it's combat.
Homebrew says hi, Pixel.
Oh, hi. Say hi for me.
That's the stream.
Also, how are you, sir? It's been a hot second.
Just trying to live through this heat.
You telling me. Just melting every day.
turn that stream off and let me know if you need me to run it back up.
Sounds good. All right, ability score mode or method. What makes most sense there?
This one's entirely up to you. You can you can do any of those options there, except for custom, obviously.
Hmm.
But it's really just if you're feeling lucky, you can roll, or you can pick the standard array, and it gives you a set number of between a minimum and a maximum that you can choose from to distribute between your abilities.
Okay.
And I think point array gives you a total pool of points, and you can distribute them out to your stats that way.
I see.
So you can do one of those options.
I mean, if you want to go with the chaos route, I always roll for stats just because you never know what you're gonna get. Higher risk, higher
Yeah.
reward. It's burned me before, but it's fun.
I mean, earlier I rolled like I think it was like 2 18s on a character. I'm like, that would have been nuts for a level 1 character.
If you roll though, pray to the dice gods that they are nice to you and that you get good rolls.
Oh, I see. So you pick one of every number. Got it. If you use a standard array.
Now, if you do the roll, it'll roll, and then the numbers that are there, you'll just have to pick where they go.
Interesting.
Yep.
Hey Cody,
So it's
quick
totally
question.
up to you. What's up?
When you get a chance, can you take a look at my character sheet and make sure I didn't fuck anything up, please?
Yeah, hang on.
Thank you.
It's really different looking at a level 1 sheet versus what I was used to, like going from 255 HP to 11. Hurts.
Yep, and the money's gonna hurt too.
Yeah,
and
we
the
don't
speed
have
is
a,
gone
Can we roll
too.
for that?
we don't have 90 feet of movement speed. We don't have a giant dragon's horde to just throw money at people whenever we want to. It's gonna take a lot getting used to for a lot of things.
I sent it to you, Darth. That's sufficient for now because you're level 1. I can go ahead and send you the whole thing though if you want, and then you can pin it maybe in the DMs or something. That'd probably be a good idea, right?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I would prefer if you're cool with it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just post it all there, and then you'll have it so you can just plug it in. All right, let me check your sheet. Not gotcha. So you're not using the shield, right?
No, I have it on me, but it's not currently equipped.
Looks fine to me. Let's see. Yep, looks fine to me.
Sweet, I didn't mess up. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. You can attach your artwork to it too if you want. That's another thing that I think players can do. And I'll make your tokens later.
Cool.
That's a fast process. All of it's fast now. I've had a lot of practice. Alrighty, let me get the rest of these things out here. I got a lot of tabs open here. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'm just flooding you with the class information, Nick.
No worries.
All right, here comes the subclasses. Okay,
Yes, sir.
I just ate. Sorry, I'm trying not to burp.
I gotcha.
So in a way, once you get adept at, this will give you guys good practice on the sheets too. Like you'll be able to go in and get a better understanding of how they work, which you guys already know. I mean, you guys been doing it forever. You guys know how the sheets work. You have an idea of how they work already. So you're already skilled at this. And Pixel, you catch on. I mean, it's gotten a lot easier. So it's not, none of this is too, like like the mechanics of it aren't too complex.
Cool.
I mean, if you really think about it, the whole thing's just set up to do math for you.
Love that.
Oh, Cody, I was gonna say I didn't think you would mind, but I just tweaked my background just a little bit because the one in there that was closest was innkeeper, and I just tweaked it a little bit for the wording, but all the like features and everything is still the same.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that per Tasha's, so yeah, that's fine.
Just change words like the innkeeper to shopkeeper and things like that. So it's nothing fundamentally different, just like titling and
Cosmetic.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That is fine, as long as it's not like you're like wildly misnaming an existing spell or something like that. As long as you're not doing something like that, it doesn't matter.
Just changing words like from innkeeper
Shopkeeper.
to shopkeeper.
Yeah,
Yep.
shopkeeper, innkeeper, no big deal. Now, Darth or Nick, some of these may have changed, like the subclasses, because I did some modifications, but this is what they are for sure. So just keep them pinned as you level up, sir, and then just plug them in as you level. It's not. It's very easy.
Will do.
I don't know what we were doing with Elric anyway.
Right.
Do you let me go ahead and repost to you the leveling table, because I know this for sure will be the I think the table should reflect. Let me just go ahead and I'll just go ahead and send it to you again. That way we can have it pinned.
Dang, Deborah, you got a decent roll. Also,
Sorry,
are
we're
we
talking to
just
me?
yeah, for your stats,
Yeah.
they're all above 10. Like,
Right? It's nice.
Yeah, that's a great
I
roll.
mean,
Yeah,
I've
Level
never
one.
had,
It's like what
I
the
haven't rolled
heck?
yet, and I've never had a single number stat, but knocking on wood. And we're only rolling once. Oh,
Yeah,
you kidding
you can only
me?
roll once. Thought the other rule was OP.
Apparently, Nick also rolled really well.
It's all that added inspiration for doing all the recaps we get.
Oh,
Nice.
I got a 9. I got my first single digit number.
That's not bad.
See,
though.
that's
All
what
things
happens.
considered, that's not awful. You got
Right.
better than Mickey, so you know something.
I pinned the table, Darth.
Copy that.
And like any of the homebrew classes you guys want to do in the homebrew section, let me know, because I don't mind setting those up. It's pretty easy. It's like 5 minutes.
Just gonna miss Elsie's speed. It's so low now. Back to 30 speed. I'm gonna be going so slow. Can't run around a map anymore.
No more being Hermes for you.
Wait, aren't you a barbarian? Your speed's gonna go up.
But not to 80.
It will if you take mobile again.
Oh no, how sad to be like the rest of us peasants.
Yeah, 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 Pixel. Elsie was zooming around the map, or Deborah now. Deborah was, as Elsie
Mhm.
was zooming around the map. She took every feat possible, or she did everything possible. She wore every equipment possible that made her faster, and her speed
You
was
know.
absurd.
Full zoomies, it's dangerous stuff. You can't go full zooms.
Yep.
All right, I think I finished. We'll see.
Numbers is right in the chat. I'm pretty excited, honestly. Like I've worked quite a bit on this. I just finished up backstory on the royal family that of Evanthorn, and I gotta say I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm super excited. This is the character I have been wanting to play for a while now.
Yeah, now we can do it.
It's gonna be so good.
I know homebrew stuff is fun, and I think it's gotten easier than ever to balance like homebrew classes too. I think I've found I found a way to make it work, and it not be OP and not have to really like bounce it off of so many other resources to ensure balancing. Would love to do like a cyberpunk tabletop thing,
That'd be
like
cool.
a setting, yeah.
Oh, that'd be real cool.
I would be very down for that.
Oh, numbers! You should see the stuff. You should see my custom class list that I've allowed for this campaign. Yeah, I made the Nightshade class, which is what Nick is going with.
Okay, am I crazy? Where is Numbers talking?
Who what?
Where is
Oh, he's
Numbers
in
talking?
he's in Darth's chat on Twitch.
Oh.
It's just numbers. You don't need to pay attention to them.
Oh, numbers is another one of us, and he knows his D&D shit, so he's a good resource.
Yeah, no, I remember Numbers.
Yeah, he knows his D&D stuff. And it's good to like surround yourself with people that like the game and know the game. It helps keep me honest, because I slip up rules all the time. You'll see it, and it'll happen to you probably. But
Oh, I'm sure.
but the players are good at pointing stuff out that we can all look at, and the rules are available to all of us to discuss. And I like to think I rule in the favor of rule of cool a lot more than maybe I should, but I tend to think that I'm fair. I don't know. You'll have to. I mean, I can't say that about myself because I don't play for myself. So
I mean, if you weren't fair, then I don't think any of us would be sticking around for years.
right, that's true.
Played together for
True.
years.
That's true. Yeah, numbers. Numbers is fine. You can use it. Where do you want me to send it? Discord. All right, I'll send it to you.
All right, numbers. Now I can see your chat. I threw you up in the corner there.
Numbers. Do you want me to? I'll send it to you in the screenshots. I think it's easier to read that way, like from my notebook. So just give me a second. All right, let's take a look. All right. Let me open up numbers on Discord here in the DMs. All right. All right. I'm just gonna flood your DMs with the Nightshade class numbers. How does burp? Sorry.
It is definitely that Darth guy.
You guys all changing your names now. It's all confusing.
However, we can make it more confusing for you. Just let us know so we can do
Yeah,
that.
please. That would be awesome.
All right, numbers. Hang on. All right. Open up my folder. Okay. There you go, numbers. Have a look. Yeah, yeah. That's good, Darth. Just pick something else. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna get these. While you guys are doing that, I'll get the get some more handouts here. I know I need to upload.
Yep.
I'm trying to work on my spells, but there's so many.
Did you want any help or advice on spells? I take that as a no.
I'm thinking.
That was an accident. I'm sorry. I was clicking the wrong button.
Oh
and I
my
don't.
god.
Well, I was trying to figure out. It's like, okay, it says hand axe, but that's the cure wounds spell. So what is happening here? So I was trying to click on it to expand the settings, and I clicked post instead. I wasn't
What
paying
the hell?
attention. I know. I was like, what is this? Is weird. So I was trying to look at it.
That's kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah. Do you need help with that or what? Is
No, I can change it because it looks like the
okay?
cure wounds spell it is. I was just
It
like,
does.
wait,
Yeah.
is something else? Like everything else looks normal.
Yeah. Just the thing in the range. It's the only thing that really changed.
Yeah.
There's Pixel. There's nothing you can break that we can't fix as well. Like on your sheets and stuff. There's nothing that can go horribly
Yeah.
wrong that we can't get corrected.
That's good.
I think at this
Just keep
table
an
we
eye on me.
experienced everything.
Yeah, I figure at this point it's not so much any sort of strategy beyond like, yeah, that sounds cool. Let's go with that, and then
Yeah.
I'll figure out my flaws later.
Yeah. That's how the game is. You're like, okay, I got this. Let me just really just get your feet wet, and as you play, you learn. That's really the best way to do it, I think, especially at this game.
Oh yeah, you just have to kind of jump. So here I
For
am.
those of you that are done, I like to do, and this will be for all of you as well, but you will be allowed to roll for gold. Now, normally in the rules, it states you could either go with class equipment or gold, right, or starting gold. But I'm going to let you roll for some starting gold to have some spending around money, even though because being at level 1 kind of sucks, level wise, like power wise. So I think it's all right for you guys to roll for some starting gold to spend, because it's not like you're rolling for a whole lot. However, I will allow you to roll for starting gold. Let's do. All right. What class are you? How do you pronounce your name?
Me?
Yeah.
Vizier.
Okay. All right. Vizier. Let's see. What class are you?
Wizard.
Wizard. Okay. Roll 4d4. Okay. Multiply that by 10, and that's how much gold you can add onto the 10 GP that's probably there.
That was all twos. That's wild. Okay.
I can go next if
What class
you're
are you?
ready. Barbarian.
Barbarian. 2d4.
Barbarian.
Especially considering who you are, I'm not sure you'd have a lot of gold. I
I
would just,
really know.
but 2d4.
Hey,
Okay, so times 10, you get 30. So you get additional. That's more than what you had. All right. I mean, it's not,
Oh yes.
Pixel. These characters, these guys are going from being really rich to this. It's really funny.
Oh, is that what they were in the last
Yeah. They had an airship and
We could have
everything.
bought a whole city, borderline how much gold we had.
Right? We could have bought our own
One
kingdom
day.
at that rate.
Yeah, they had
started
an
our own city, yeah.
They had an airship and everything. It was, and it's like super expensive. No bag of holding
Yeah,
either.
there's a whole
I think
bunch
the
of stuff
airship we got
that
was
we
like
didn't even. We were
60,000
just holding
gold.
on to for gold.
Yeah.
Spending money.
No bag of holding either.
I'm ready, Cody. When you are for rolling for gold, I'm a artificer.
Sure, artificer. Let's go. Let's see. Hang on. Five. Hang on. Wait. What is that? 5d4? Yeah, 5d4. Okay, times 10, and add that to your gold.
I mean, it makes sense with the backstory that I gave her and everything. It would fit.
Yeah, you're a tinkerer, so you know how to make money. Your trinkets and stuff usually sell for a decent amount of coins, so it's not like you're completely broke all the time, because that's not even close to the truth.
I can go next for gold, like whenever you're ready, Cody.
All right, 5d4. All right, times 10.
Sweet.
Rolling in that cash money.
Pixel, yours would be 5d4 as well, times 10.
Okay.
So in the chat, if I don't know if you know how to use the dice roller yet, but I can show you.
Like that, right?
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Now you can use the dice roller, or you can type it as well.
Gotcha. Now, where do I make note of that? Or do I? Where does that go?
I can get you a notepad to use in the journal if you want. Would you like your own notepad in the journal, or do you want to make them like sticky notes behind your monitor or something?
I'm gonna just write it down on a piece of paper.
You can do that. I mean, you can keep notes behind the monitor, or you can put it on your character sheet somewhere in one of those tabs that don't have anything in the field. Like there's a few tabs on the character sheet that are empty. You can use that for a notebook if you want, or just whatever you want. You know, it's up to you.
Gotcha.
Yep. I can also give you a notebook to use in the journal if you prefer to maybe use that. I mean, eventually there will be one for like, I think it's useful for inventory, like so you can remember, but there is an inventory tab on your sheet that has everything right down below. in the middle, like below your attacks
Right.
and stuff. Has your armor and all that stuff on it, how much they weigh.
So
And
what
it-
I just got, where should I put that?
What did you? All the gold? Oh, you'll see some little windows that have SP, PP,
GP.
GP. Yep,
So
That's
just
the-
add 100 to that.
yeah. Just put 100 plus whatever's in there.
Cool.
And the currency will, for some reason, we have ways to. I'm not going to count currency against your encumbrance because we have an arcane vault that we use,
Okay.
which is like a bank. You bank all your money either in a ring, a talisman, or a bracer, or a bracelet. Sorry, and or a belt. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna change it to a belt. Nah, bracelet's fine. Bracelet. So it's like a think of it as it's like it's like a little pocket dimension that holds all your money, and it can convert your currency to whatever you need it to be to pay whatever you feel like paying.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a void space that all your money goes into that nobody can access but you.
Got it.
Now, if there's money in other places, I can't say that it will be safe, of course, because there are thieves in the world. So keep that in mind. Darth, you good, man?
Yeah, just trying to find the picture I want to go with.
Okay. I'm just checking up on you.
What are
all
you
are
looking for, Darth?
What's that?
What are you looking for?
And a male elf, specifically an Eladrin elf. I'm on Pinterest right now.
Well, I was gonna say, with the world of AI, and I have some certain tools that could help. If you could write a description of what that looks like, I can probably find you something.
I will do my best. See, that's always been my weakness with AI is I think my problem is I don't make the prompts, because Cody and I were talking about this before. I never make the prompts specific enough. I think I underestimate how specific you can and should be. Yeah.
All right, what's your Actually, I don't know why I'm even asking you because I helped you build the character. Never mind.
You're good, man.
It just dawned on me. I'm like, oh yeah, no shit. Pixel gets the AI. She knows what to do.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean she has the right idea too, Darth. If you want her to do that, that's also a great idea.
Like, can you describe them for me in your head?
So what? That's the type of guy from the books my mom reads. Okay, don't want to be that.
LOL.
Oh my god, the first time I looked in those books, I dropped it and ran away crying. So he's an elf. He's young. He's young looking. Almost like yeah, a little bit on the younger side. Not the look I'm
What
trying to
color
go
eyes?
for.
Let me get
Let's go green.
What color skin?
You can possibly make it white.
pale. Now, Eladrin have. Let me elaborate for Pixel. Eladrin, their physical appearance changes as the seasons change.
Copy.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind. Now it's. I mean that's the cool thing about AI. You're like, all right, well, what would this Eladrin look like in winter season, for example? And it can also do that.
All right. Let's see here. Let's help you out here, Darth.
See if I can find something for him as well, since we're on the topic.
Oh, crap. Discord doesn't have the ability to share my screen.
I'm gonna message you a picture, Darcy, if you what you think about it. I just was messing around. That's supposedly an autumn seasoned Eladrin.
So, oh, Steam, go away. So that's the. I just sent Cody what. Before we started the AI talk, that's what I had sent Cody. I'll send it to you, Pixel, as well.
I mean, that looks
Okay.
that looks good too. If that's what you want to use, it's really up to you.
Oh, so here, let me do this. I have these, but I can keep rolling as many times as you want me to. And I can be more or less specific. And I can do like full body and stuff like that.
There's lots of possibilities. It's gotten a lot better too. Shit's improving fast. But it really does come down to the prompt.
Yeah. If you give me, do they have long hair, short hair?
Kind of shorter hair.
Okay.
And I would say I actually like I like I want to try and make him like a happier character, even though his class and everything doesn't seem like it fit. He's just, I don't want to say he's always in a good mood, but he's always, I don't know, he's always plucky, I guess.
Okay.
Especially because my last character was kind of sort of the opposite of that.
Drama.
A little bit more cheerful, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a big difference on the prompt.
Kind of always has like his smile on his lips.
See, check this out. I'll send you this one too. All I did was tell it to change the character that we're looking for to cheerful.
No, that's not bad.
No, I mean I can send you my base prompt too. Like if you want the prompt.
Yeah, that would be great.
Now I just picked a random name and threw it in there. I don't know what your character's name is going to be. But that doesn't make like a huge difference in the prompt. It does for like male or female purposes, but that's it.
Ugh.
Now, of course you want to. Now, of course, if he has different weaponry, you want to change the weaponry out in the prompt, right?
Correct.
But if you can see how that's sort of structured, it may help you in the future.
I wish I had access to all this AI stuff. I'd make so many freaking character arts for my
free.
characters.
It's free.
Honestly,
I
well,
pay
there's
for
a lot
one.
of. I would say the one I use Adobe's Firefly, and
Yeah,
Mm.
I pay $20 a month for mine. It's like
And,
dude, it's like having a Jarvis, man. It's crazy.
okay.
Is anyone playing like some sort of healer? Or do people have healing abilities? I'm still deciding on spells.
I was gonna say,
We have a paladin. We have a paladin.
and
And
my
eventually
artificer
I'll
has
be able
Like
healing.
to.
kind of. I don't. From what I've seen, paladins don't have like super
Well, I
good
mean,
healing.
I don't know. I disagree. Lay on hands is pretty dope. Like, and it gets
Yeah.
pretty powerful as they level. Plus, he's playing an ASMR, so he also gets the healing touch, which is 1 point of healing per level.
Eventually I'll be able to.
I do have cure wounds for what it's worth, so that's something.
I'll be able to access
Hey, Darth.
lesser restoration player of healing.
I was able to use that reference photo. Do any of those strike your fancy?
You want to know how to do all this shit, Darth? You want me to be honest with you?
Hmm.
I can be honest with you guys. As I was building this, I took some advice and paid for a really smart AI that that learns and can save our conversations forever. Everything we talk about. So I just spent all my time when I was creating Fortolon, I would just tell it to the AI what I wanted. Like the world, here's what the world is, just to keep notes for me, basically. I started out like just, hey, write all this down, keep it in your memory, and then when we make changes, here's what I want to do. It's like it's better. It's made the work so much easier.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I swear, man. It's, like I said, it's like having a Jarvis.
I'm all about that.
But most of all, I mean, it just for the memory capacity, it was worth it. And it's great for brainstorming as well. Like fantastic at brainstorming.
Am I getting closer, Darth?
Okay.
Anything
Yeah,
else I can tell it? So it's interesting, I used that picture that you had as a reference, and then I started tweaking the prompt from there.
Okay. Yeah, so the most recent one you sent, the two,
Mhm.
the first one I like better. Seems it's a more natural looking smile.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and I also like, I guess the other part, when you're looking for pictures is, especially since we're level 1, I don't want him to look like he's this super
Epic
ninja.
player.
Yeah.
Right. He still has to have a sense of normalcy. There's another thing. Now you can update your character's art as their cosmetics as we go along. They get haircuts and so forth.
Goat, what are you using for AI then?
Hang on, let me load it up.
The two I know of are either Midjourney or Leonardo.ai.
Mm-hmm.
It's ChatGPT 4.0.
Ah, that one.
The complex memory AI. It's got so much shit that I told it to remember. I'm surprised. I'm like honestly stunned. Or it's not 4.0, it's 4 in lowercase o.
I gotcha. Yeah, no, chat. I mean, all of Chat GTP stuff is pretty
Sharp.
great, honestly. Yeah.
Yep. It's been a huge help to me. I'm like, because the other way was like I had all this stuff written down. I'm like, all right, well, let me take all the stuff I've got written down. Let me just tell it to this Android. No, this AI. Yeah, let me just tell it to them, and now when I start new conversations about, hey, I've got this idea, and they'll reply, okay, what area of Forlon do you want this to be? Is this gonna be up where this person lives, or just, it like actively asks me probing questions.
Well, yeah, that's really what helps you out, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's for a dungeon master. I'd say this is like an excellent tool to use. Because it knows all of 5th edition and stuff. So the way they tempt you into paying for it is the 3.5 GPT. You can't do like memory remembrance, like it can't remember the shit you talked about.
Yep.
And that sucks. Like every time you have to load it up and you want to do something, like damn, I have to reteach you everything before I ask you this question.
I stole Pixel's idea and trying to use Adobe Firefly, and the images I'm getting are nowhere close to what I'm putting in. I think I'm just really bad at prompts.
I'll see what I can do for you.
It takes a while. To me, Adobe
Hard.
Firefly is like, when like Paint was hot, right? Like there's no internet, and you're like, man, I can do anything in Paint. This is the future. That's how I feel about Adobe Firefly now. Like I use it and I just sit there for hours going, what if I asked it to blur? And then I asked it to do this as well. Oh, that worked. Am I getting closer or farther away, Darth?
That last one is good. I would say probably if it can keep that, but essentially reduce the ears in size by like half, I would say that's pretty much on the money.
Okay.
I'll give you a prompt, Nikki, if you want to try it on your own.
Hit me with it, I'll try it.
Okay. Give this a shot. I'm gonna whisper it to you, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just give that a shot.
You're just gonna get spammed. Sorry, Darth.
Copy.
Now, of course, you want to make changes to it, Nikki. Okay, like if your character looks different, because that depiction when I ran it, it came up as a Tholar looking character, and that's definitely not a level 1 character.
Right.
It's probably because of your name. Your name sounds quite like mighty, like a folk hero sort of, you know, sort of
No, I
thing.
get
So
what you mean, yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna back out for a minute, and I will be right back.
sure, that's fine. Here you go, Nikki. I finally got it to sort of give me something. It took a while because the prompt was a little bit long. I'll send you this, and this is what I was able to get.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, screw my character art. You can use that one. That one's sick. I actually really like it a lot. The more that I look at it.
You like this one? Okay.
Yeah, like
I mean,
that
it
one a
looks good. I mean, your build would have to be something like that for the oath you're taking. So.
lot. Right, yeah.
Yeah. Now, what you look like under all that, that can also be changed. Like if your character undergoes something that you can reveal more cosmetics. You can always make those changes. The prompts are easy to make.
Alright.
So, all right, cool. We'll just use that then.
Sweet. Thank
So
you.
go.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Just go ahead and slap it on your bio whenever.
How do I do that?
Let's see. You should be able to. Let me try to find your sheet here. There you are. All right, so go to core. Oh, in the top right, next to the hourglass, or not the hourglass, the magnifying glass. Click edit, and then it should allow you to attach a file to your profile or avatar.
It says, so I finished my character.
Yep.
And it says my starting gold is 200.
Okay. Let me look at your sheet here. Which one are you? Let me see. Hang on, I can find you.
All right, I'm back.
Nice. Which sheet are you, Anna?
Well, my character's name is Sienna.
Okay. CNO?
No, it's an A.
Looks like an O.
It's an A. I spelled it right. I can see it.
Oh, hang on. Maybe looking at the wrong journal. Hang on. Let me open up this.
Darth, do you figure it out?
Oh, there it is. Okay, Sienna with an S. Okay, gotcha.
Isn't that not how it's normally spelled?
No, it is. It is. There's several ways, but that's the more appropriate way. Pixel's talking to you, Darth.
Yeah, I booted up Leonardo. I'm gonna take a stab at it. See what I can come up with, because I don't want. It feels like everyone's spending time on my character, so I'm starting to feel kind of guilty.
No, you're not, bro. I've been working on all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I can't keep 200 gold pieces.
Oh.
But the dice gods gave it to me.
Yeah, and I'm taking them
Okay.
away.
Okay.
I am the dice gods, Anna. I am the dice gods.
I just shouldn't have said something. But it's fine.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. But eventually I would have been like, damn, how are you buying all these potions, Anna? I do notice stuff, believe it or not. Alright, times 10. That's what you got.
Nice.
They're not too far off of what you had.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just short 60 gold pieces.
You'll live.
You never had it.
So to hear a bard, aren't you kind of always short on money anyway?
Says who?
She's a pretty unique bard. So yeah, let's go ahead, and if you guys are done with character creation, we can go ahead and talk about other stuff. The world, the lore.
Do you need me to send you my art or whatever?
Not if you know how to. Oh yeah, I mean, you don't have to if you know how to attach it to your character sheet. I can just get it from there and make the tokens.
Okay, I'll try to figure it out.
No, if you can't, it's fine. I can help you. It's pretty easy. Now all the information is well, most of everything that you need to know for Act 1 through Act 4 is in the journal right now, like the the factions and the locations. I believe Forlon's timeline should be there. Yeah, there's a history of the world listed there. And I'm not gonna be like a school teacher and read all that to you, because why? But if you have questions about any of it, I'm willing to talk about it.
I was gonna say, does anyone have an old overhead projector that they could bust out?
Right. I'm not gonna. We're not gonna do that. I'm not an authority figure. So you guys can read it. You don't need me to hold your hand. This, for future reference, is pronounced Lee line. The Lee line nexus. Okay. It's more commonly referred to now, at least within the past 200 years, as the vein. So, like in passing conversation with people in Forlon, almost everybody, even wizards that have been around for hundreds of years, refer to it as the vein, because you're channeling the vein when you use magic. But the Leland Nexus is, think of the core of the planet, but the core of the planet is actually this pulsing ore of energy, as titanic in size, and the veins from it spread out through all over the planet. They concentrate higher in some places, lower in some places. And of course, a lot of people took advantage of this, especially humans in Evanthorn. All right, let's see. So it goes over the origins of the Leon Nexus, you know, the magic, the way it was born into the world. So by in ancient civilizations in Forlond, it was originally three kingdoms: the Elvens, the Elves, Dwarves, and Humans. Right? Pretty standard for like a high fantasy sort of world. But then over the years, after the Cataclysm, the Hellscar's development, the kingdoms split off into an additional two. So there are 5 kingdoms in Forlond. And each of these kingdoms has its own guardian dragon, which everybody knows about. All right. You all will be starting in Whitmore, of course, which is there.
Looks cozy.
It's a nice little mining village, similar to something you would see like in the Sword Coast, like in Phandelver. It's like a little. It's bigger than that, and has a more immediate surrounding of the rocky terrain. So the mine, they basically live almost within the mines. They're very, very close to them. So the workers that come there to work there don't have to go very far. They have this cool feature called the Twilight Bell, where at a certain hour of night, they ring the Twilight Bell, and it encases the city or the village in this bubble, this arcane bubble that wards off the undead. Many years ago, they couldn't populate Whitmore due to the undead roaming from the Hellscar, sorry, roaming from the Hellscar to it. So a druid helped with the help of some other dwarves there. They forged the Twilight Bell. So all you have to do is ring the bell at the correct hour, which is I believe it's 7 or 8 p.m. As soon as the sun goes down. And the bubble protects the city. And then this quiet little mining city turns into a party town. So whenever the Twilight Bell goes up, it allows the inhabitants of Whitmore to cut loose and, you know, host events, things of that nature. Because during the day they tend to many of the people here are working during the day, because most of the people living here are the miners and things like that are working in the mines.
magical bubble thing reminds me of Isabel from Baldur's Gate in the Shadowlands.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Think of it like that. I mean, that's sort of it's more like a shimmering barrier. It's it doesn't the barrier itself doesn't glow or anything. And when you start out here, it will be what's known as the Festival of Lights is occurring. It's a fall season in Act 1 when you start. And I will let you all decide why you're in Whitmore, because it doesn't have a whole lot to do with hooking you into the main plot line, right? So you all can decide for yourselves how and why you're in Whitmore. You can look at the map and decide where your character's from, and then decide, why would you be here, or I can help you. Obviously, with that, I've got I'm pretty good at that, I think. There's a whole list of ways that players can meet up. I've said in the past a bunch. These guys have heard it a bunch. I've been part of tables that all of the players got together and was like, "Hey, let's just be like a traveling group of merchants, or not merchants, but adventurers." So they were like a group that all knew each other from the very beginning and were just beginning their adventure together. So they all knew each other. All their characters knew each other already, so it kind of was easy to break the ice a little bit. It kind of eased them into the roleplay a bit. They seemed to be a little bit more comfortable too. But however, that is like kind of an easy way to do it, right? We all know each other already, or we're all part of some sort of faction or group or something, right? It can be anything. But perhaps you're here for the Festival of Lights. Maybe you enjoy the Festival of Lights. Now you're looking forward to the festivities, which it's going to be like your traditional festival. There'll be vendors set up. There'll be arm wrestling. There'll be a lot of different games, little mini games to play. So it's very fun. So kind of like the way that Netherdeep started, for those of you that just played that with me.
Yeah. Alright.
I think the festival starts are more fun than, you meet up in a tavern, this guy with a cloak approaches you. Hey, guess what I heard? I'm not gonna do that. I don't expect you to read all this today. If you've gotten your sheets done and stuff, you guys don't have to stick around, but I'm willing to talk about the world if you have questions about it. I think I've enabled a bunch of stuff in the. I mean, now that I look at the journal, I think I packed it pretty good. Like, I'm opening up each one of these, I'm like, damn, this is actually a lot of information I'm throwing at them.
Mm-hmm. You've done a lot of work.
But if, like, geographically, if you want your character to be from somewhere on the map, just ask me and I'll tell you what that area is like, what the terrain is like, what the, economy, all that stuff. There's probably going to be more south of Evanthorn too, like where the Hellscar is here, that area there. There's probably going to be. Think of this as a very, very, very zoomed out, like satellite picture of the world. Think of it that, like, just keep that in mind as you're looking at the map. Like, it's very, very zoomed out.
Makes sense. Where is the Temple of Stoneheart?
Right here where the Altera Monastery is.
Okay.
It's under that monastery.
Got it.
Yeah, they tend to keep it within the earth for obvious reasons. It makes for very easy bending channeling. There's soil everywhere. You get me?
Yep.
I'll be right back. Give me just a second. Yeah, baby. All right, I'm back. Numbers, what'd you think about the Nightshade class? I feel like I'm missing something from it. Like some ninjutsu techniques or something. Do you notice anything, Darth? I feel like I'm missing something from it. I'm gonna look at it again. Let me look at it again real quick.
Are there more detailed maps for each region that we'll eventually see?
I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? I didn't hear you.
Are there any more regional detailed maps that we'll eventually see?
That's the one thing I'm not sure I'm gonna be quite too good at is doing regional maps. But for places like the cities, yeah. Like Evanthorn, yeah, I'm gonna pump out an Evanthorn map, like a city map of it, if that answers your question. Like I would love to get like zoomed in regions, and I could do that if I spent some more time on it, and I probably will. So I'll just zoom in where I'm at and just sort of branch out on the path there, because those trails right there, there's a lot of different villages and attractions that are off the trail that you see from Evanthorn to Dog Meadow and so forth. So just keep that in mind. Like it's not just a straight barren path with nothing there. There are things on the sides of the road. There are hidden valleys. Um, there are strips of sort of this plainy terrain, and of course mountainous terrain. So yeah, I mean it's. I'll work on something regional. See if I can get something pretty easier for us to sort of look at on the map, because if you're looking at just the region you're in, then yeah, it's a little bit easier for you to decide what you're going to do, and you can see just that zoomed in part of the map. So I'll try.
Does this place have a name?
Let's see. Yeah, I think it's on the I think it's in the wrong layer. Wrong map layer. It's supposed to be Thornreach, but I don't know where. I don't know why the name isn't popping up. So that's that's Thornreach.
Cool.
And the forest that is right next to it is the Whispering Pines. So that's two things I need to go to Incarnate and add to the map. Thornreach was established by the Dryads of the Shimmering Waters in order to establish a trade route with Evanthorn in exchange for protection and oversight from the Guardian Dragon of Evanthorn. I could probably just put Thornreach on here with the text thing I got here. I probably got. Let's see. Yeah, I can probably put it up. Let's see. That'll do. All right.
Indubitably.
Put it down here. There we go. So you can see the path. So you don't don't hold me to it on regional maps. I'll try my best. All right.
Okay, how did
Alright.
we want to do gold for myself?
Give me a second. 4d4, please, and then multiply that by 10. Pixel, you hanging in there over there?
Just listening.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm torn because I don't want to bore you guys too much with the stuff that you can easily read on your own. Let's see. Let me try to cover most of the stuff. So I already covered Whitmore. That's where you'll be starting. We talked about the Leland Nexus. The Forlon timeline is there. The history of Forlon up till now. And the 5 kingdoms: Evanthorn, Kalsharas, Vortarum, Elderglen, and Selthenmar. So, those are the 5 major kingdoms in Forlon, and they're all sort of split off from the royal family of Evanthorn, which at one time ruled Forlon as a whole. If your character is a pirate character, you're going to look up here for like the Wild of Rongula. And the Enclave of the Curse is where all the sort of chaotic characters, well, yeah, most of the deviants and stuff hang out in these Cove of Pirates up here. The Wild of Rongula is one immense jungle. It's very hot too, strangely enough, for being so far north. Elderglen, of course, is a land of shadow, and you can see that in its description. One of our players is from there, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Let's see, what else do we need to know? Nothing that's not already there. Let's see. Okay, the royal family, yeah, they're all there. I got them in the journal. Okay. Alright, so I guess we could talk about rules too. So, let's talk about the mechanics and stuff. So, homebrew rules we're gonna do. We're gonna do the same thing we've been doing with potions of healing. Any potion of healing you may choose to drink yourself on a bonus action. Now, it has to be on your inventory to do so. It can't be in someone else's bag. If you have to go through someone else's inventory to get the potion, that'll be an action. So it'll take your action to do that, and then you can use the bonus to drink it. But if it's on your inventory, it's just the bonus action to drink a potion of healing. But only those types of potions. Every other potion is an action if you do it in combat or otherwise. Because drinking like a haste potion and then being able to do a full round of actions is pretty crazy. Whisper all death saving throws if you go down. Which means if you reach 0 hit points, of course, everybody knows that. Especially this group. When they don't get disintegrated immediately. Or their brains yanked out of their head by a mind flare. Let's see. That's some other stuff here. I'm not too heavy on the homebrew rules, really. I try to do more on the side of the rule of cool. So, essentially, essentially, this is more for Pixel than it is the other guys, of course. But if you just describe to me, all you have to do, all this game is describing to me what you want to do in the situation that you're in. And you could say, in combat, you could ask me, hey, just like in video games, like in Baldur's Gate 3 and stuff, is there a campfire here? Okay, can I throw a bottle of this on it and see if it explodes and hits those guys? You know, you can explain it like that, and I'll tell you what to roll. That's just simply how it goes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Really that easy. Like even if you think it sounds ridiculous, explain it to me, and I'll try to come up with some rolls. That way we can make something cool happen.
You can do that outside of combat too. Like,
of course, yeah, anytime.
Or
so just do cool shit.
Yeah, if you want to do whatever you want to do, just describe it to me, and I'll tell you if it's possible, and explain to you why it may or may not be, and then you'll do some rolls for it, which you're probably familiar with already, so I won't bore you with that. But on your feet, when you take your mouse cursor over something, it should highlight red. There's a dark mode for the sheets too, which makes it look better in my opinion. You can change that if you haven't already. It's in the settings cogwheel. I'm sure you can find it there. But if you can't, let me know and I'll help you find it. Pixel.
That was the first thing I did, actually.
There you go. You see, it's not too complicated. Like the sheet, whenever you click on something that highlights red, you just click on that to perform the roll. So if I ask you to do like a dexterity saving throw, there should be a section there on your sheet for your save. Just click on dexterity after it highlights red, and it rolls it in the chat.
Cool.
How effective your I would say, like, especially when it comes to like roleplay, if you're trying to lie to a character or persuade them or intimidate them, the more flavor on that, the lower the DC may be on the person you're trying to intimidate. Like if you just go, I want to intimidate them by screaming in their face. Like, okay, well, if you're just yelling at them, the DC is probably going to be kind of high, especially if they're fighting you. Or if it's like a big giant, he's bigger than you, much bigger than you, and you're like this really small character just screaming up at him. The DC is probably going to be somewhere in the 30s.
So kind of literally my character, little small thing yelling.
Kind of like that. I mean, you might roll a natural 20.
Charm your way out of it.
Which critical rolls on stuff like that, I don't know. I might change the way I rule that, but I mean, in combat, like, it's not going to count for saves or checks during combat, like, mechanically. Flavorably outside of combat, though, yeah, sure, we can add some stuff to it. Like, if you're a bard, like Anna, if you're a bard and you roll a nat 20 on your performance check, then yeah, you absolutely thrill the crowd. I just saw your message, Cuppa. Hang on. And of course, your characters can be from Whitmore, if you think that makes it easier for you. It's possible to be from Whitmore, so that's totally something you can decide from your background. Going back to rules, I don't think I really have anything else. I don't think. Let me see, what else should we go over? Let me get my list up here. Okay. Oh yeah, the World Tree. Yep. So if you want to be from the Shimmering Waters, there is indeed a World Tree there, which is in the handout. I guess we could talk about the theme of what theme of this you can expect. Like I've ran like the way I like to say it is like the rating system MSRP. Like I've run a rated R session before. I've run, but usually nothing more than that. I tend not to do romance stories unless it feels appropriate. I feel like it's a waste of time otherwise because we're here to, kind of dungeon crawl, right? So unless it just naturally happens with you and another character, then so be it. But there won't be any. You're not going to get any nastiness from me whatsoever. If there's anything like that happens between you and another character, it'll simply fade to black, and we will move on. I'm sure that's okay with everyone.
Agreed.
Works for me.
Nikki says
Otherwise,
much
I
love
mean,
to juicy gory details.
if you role play with me and you're getting romantic with the character I'm RPing, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. It's what we're here for. And I'm not out to actively try and kill your characters either. Like it, even though you feel like it may be easy to feel that way sometimes, but I'm not out to just outright kill someone, even if you might be annoying me or I might be in a certain mood. I'm not gonna lash out at your character because it wouldn't be fair. I have to portray, but I am gonna portray the character you are messing with as loyally as I can. Like if you piss off the dragon, he's gonna eat you. You know, I can't
I was
stop
gonna
him.
say, I did a good enough job of that in the last campaign.
Yeah, don't expect a hostile adult dragon to be like, oh, you're just gonna flip me off and expect me not to kill you. So just keep that in mind. I try to play each of the characters as accurately as possible, like what they would really do for their own interests. Um, let's see. Let me go down my list here. I don't feel like talking about Nilfgaard very much, but there's a handout for it. Well, I don't think we'll be visiting that area of the map for a while on the west. Music's killing me. I'm gonna switch up to the combat list just while we're talking. Okay, no, that's very distracting. Okay, there we go. All right. So I do like to run like a darker theme. I am very illustrative with combat. Uh, there's gore and stuff like that, which I'm sure doesn't bother you, Pixel.
I'm all good.
Already talked about the rules. So yeah, if you're down, you'll be whispering your death saving throws to me, and the other party members will not know how many you're on for added suspense. It'll be between me and you until they get you up or not. Now, going back to the potion thing before I jump off of the rules section here, too much because I know I tend to jump all over the place. These guys can tell you I go from one end of the topic to the other. The potion thing. If it's on your person and you go to feed it to an unconscious player, that is a bonus action. Let's say Pixel, you're down and you're making death saving throws. You're at 0 HP and you're making death saving throws. Someone can come over to you. If they have the person, if anybody on the table, you have the potion on you and you want to feed it to her, she can't resist you. So therefore, I'll allow you to use it as a bonus because it's just literally the difference between pouring it in your mouth and in her mouth and their mouth because they're unconscious, right? They can't stop you from doing that. So I figure the same amount of speed would apply there. I'm sure none of you will gripe about that. I think it's how we've been doing it. I don't know. My memory gets kind of fuzzy sometimes, but so yeah. And if you heal somebody that's down, you will cease to make death saving throws. If you didn't know that already, which I'm sure you did. Character creation, we already did that. Let's see. So I want to hear from you guys. do you have an idea? Share with me if you want. If you have ideas for your character and you're comfortable sharing it with the party, I would love to hear from that, and maybe if what you're comfortable sharing, just let the table know, and that way you guys can maybe develop a group dynamic. Like, hey, since your character's this, maybe we can be, brother sister, blah blah blah, something like that. I don't know. But if you want to, go ahead and start sharing that stuff. I'd love to actually hear from you guys because I know a lot of you, probably all of you, have been kind of really we've been talking about this for a long time, so I know you guys have been thinking about it for a long time. So if you got some of that stuff you want to share, I'd love to hear it.
So I guess, do you want to start sharing backstories, or do you want that level of detail, or what do you want
Whatever,
stuff?
whatever you want the table to know. Like I already know everything, right? I already know I already know all your backstories myself. This is less for me and more for you guys to brainstorm potential ways that maybe your group can have a dynamic going forward.
I mean, I'll be happy to read a story if you guys want.
Yeah, you don't have to go deep into your backstory, but just whatever you think these players should know about you at level 1.
Oh, okay.
Just
Well,
give them like a summary.
I'll
Give them like a rough summary.
I'll give you the Spark Notes version.
Yep.
Because I wrote a dissertation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you always do.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, I like it. I don't. It's material to work with. The more you write, the better the material.
All right. So my character is Taven. He was born into a family that's deep rooted in earthbending traditions. He hails from a small village near the Altera Monastery. He has his mom and 2 older brothers, Kale and Ren. Both are benders. One's a firebender, the other one is an earthbender. As Taven grew older, he discovered he had the ability to not just bend earth, but also water, fire, and air, which is a extraordinary gift, and it's unheard of and extremely rare. He started to hone his abilities in secret, and then he confided on his brothers who stood by him. So basically, his main mission right now is to seek out bending masters of water, fire, and air. That's about it right now. He's 18 years of age.
Youngin.
He was born on Nightal 20, which is the solstice, I do believe.
It is.
And he's got a muscular build for being an earthbender, and his dark hair, green eyes. Fights with size and Tessin fans. That's it right now.
All right. So you have an elemental bender, and these things, you'll see these things, these custom classes, how they. I've folded them into the lore of my homebrew world of Forland. There's an explanation for the homebrew classes that are in here, where they came from. There's origin stories to it and everything like that, which you'll discover along the way. If it becomes relevant to the story. All right.
Okay. I can share my character next. His name is Lan Dreyer. Just goes by Lan. He's an elf and a ladrin, as I've already kind of shared with Pixel and Cody trying to help me with AI character generation. I'm not going to reveal where he's from yet. I think that might be interesting, or it could just be a dud. But he works for an organization called the Veiled Mandate. And I'll kind of leave it there as well as far as what they're involved in. He is doing another custom class called a Nightshade, and it's kind of a mix between like a rogue and a monk. It's very much. I asked Cody one day to come up with a pure, as close to like a pure ninja class, and the Nightshade is what he came up with. So that is essentially what Lan is. As part of the Veiled Mandate, he's also relatively young. I mean, he's 140, but for an elf, that's, I mean, essentially him and Soren's character are essentially the same age, relatively speaking. And right now I'm still kind of working out which direction I want to go with his backstory, but right now his goal is to just move up in the Veiled Mandate. To not he's younger than most at the level that he's at within the Veiled Mandate, so there's a little, he's excited, but he's also pretty nervous, and he doesn't want to screw up. But as far as any greater motivations, he is not aware of any right now. Mainly because I haven't decided what they are. But yeah, so that's land for right now.
Hey, and then there's a handout of what information. So, interestingly enough, I know the Veiled Mandate is a secret organization. Okay, so it is not openly. These guys are not openly talked about. They don't have a nickname. That's how secret that they are. And they don't talk about it in jest or anything. They're not allowed to. It's super quietly kept. Okay. But funny enough, the players have a handout they can read all about it. So I guess it's not that secret, is it, Dungeon Master? Well, no, it is. There's a lot of secrets that aren't on there. This is for you guys, for your benefit. These are the types of characters you can be. This is like a background, pretty much.
I love that you're arguing with yourself.
It happens all the time. Ask them.
Can confirm.
Yeah, I argue with myself about this game all the time. Like, well, no, that's not fair. Scratching my chin. Anyways.
A little voice.
So, that's cool. Yeah. I'm really excited about Nick's character.
Same.
I think Anna's a bard. And a really neat, one of the new ones. Really excited to see what her character turns out to be.
I guess. Am I going next out of volunteering?
No, I'm not volunteering you. I'm just saying,
I mean, I don't actually have a fully fleshed out backstory because I've been procrastinating and not working on it, but I can share some things.
You don't have to. I'm not putting you in the seat. I'm just saying.
Go for it. Do it.
Well, I feel
do it. Do it.
I mean,
But you don't have.
I mean, I think.
Pages written out, Anna.
I think. Hey, I think if you just explain to them the type of character you want to be in the game, I think that's good enough. I mean, that's enough to get me excited. I don't know about them, but.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily new. I forgot what book it's even in, but I just.
It's in the Drist book.
Oh yeah. I guess kind of sum up a little bit the general vibe, probably. So, no, I'm all like self-conscious. My character's name is Sienna. I actually gave my character a last name, and it's Sienna Diani. Um, she is a bard and a fairy that I decided semi last minute.
Cute.
Well, it's to play on the joke that I play the world's smallest violin. Or
I
in
love it.
D&D speak, it's a viol, I think.
Yes.
And or at least that will be my main instrument. I guess I'm proficient in a few because they kept asking me which instruments I play. So my main instrument will probably be the viol or violin. And yeah, it's the College of Promenade, and they're mainly like dancers. But like, if you know who Lindsay Sterling is, they're kind of based off this person.
Yeah.
And
I've seen all the
basically,
videos.
I dance while I play the violin.
Dancing violin girl. Yeah, she's got a lot of cool videos.
Yes, she
Tell me there
does.
once upon a time.
Yeah, she's been around for a long time. She's got a lot of cool videos out there. That's good inspiration. I like that idea of a character because I added the Rockstar class to the thing, and I would say that this type of a bard and the Rockstar class of characters in this world would probably mesh together really well. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
I've not played. I've not played with anyone who's played this bard subclass before, so it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good support type class and stuff. Haven't fully fleshed out backstory. That's the general vibe. I
I mean,
might pick them from Evan Thorn. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
you can inspire 2 people, which is dope. At level 3, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I can do a lot of like double buffing, I think. But yeah, that's mostly the vibe. I guess hypothetically, once I flesh out my backstory more, I can give you a little more detail, but that's basically the vibe I'm going for.
I like it. I think. Oh yeah. I'm not like pointing people out here. I'm just keep thinking. In the creature section, there's myconids, and those are definitely in the world, but they're not. A challenge for me is to fold them into society, right? Which I've done. They actually have an important role. And it has all to do with how they eat. They basically eat like rotten vegetables and stuff. So Deborah, you're gonna have fun role playing this type of character because they don't eat food. Okay, they eat. I mean, you see what it should say so in the handout. I'm not sure, but yeah. But they're awesome. The type of subclass she's gonna be is gonna be really cool. Like the sub race. I'm sorry, the sub race you're gonna be with this race of character is gonna be cool. I've not played with somebody who's been in Myconid yet, and I always thought they were really cool in Baldur's Gate 3.
I know, like I was trying to find art, so I may need help with AI art. Trying to find something.
Yeah, Pinterest was the original go-to, and I'm like, all right, some of this looks cool, but I bet you I
not
can
quite
get
what
it.
I'm envisioning. I don't know, but
Yeah, I bet you I can get a Myconid on the AI going here.
Write a good description down in the Discord, and we can help you out.
I'll try.
Just put a picture of Toadette. He's a mushroom folk, right?
I was gonna say essentially baby Groot plus Toadette kind of thing is what she's
Not
going
too
for.
far off. But yeah, I'll work
I
on
can
a
work with
description and post that. But I guess I'll go next with my character since we're there. But yeah, my character's name, subject to change, is same with Anna. I've been procrastinating, but Aspen. Yeah, she's mushroom folk, barbarian. And yeah, the vibes are that part in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where Baby Groot is screaming and yelling and attacking everyone. That's the vibe and the inspiration. And yeah, looking through it like from the Unfathomed Glades area. And yeah, I still need to hash out a actual backstory, but I have an outline of it that I'm not quite sure ready to share because yeah, it's still very outline brainstorming, but yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
no big deal.
sort of the vibe. Yep. Screaming toad and angry baby group vibes for a raging barbarian. And that's kind of all I got so far.
I guess I can go next with my character. My character, to give the best reference I can, is my own take of Dame Aelin from Baldur's Gate 3. Except one, it's a guy, and two, he's probably a different oath. But he was born, let's see. He was born under a celestial sign, and when he was born, his parents knew that he was meant for like greatness, and so they took him to this trainer to be trained in the ways of a paladin, and he excelled at the lessons that he was given, which only further proved his parents' suspicions. And then when he was sworn to a deity, he carried out those deities' orders for years until they got more suspicious, more corrupted, I guess. And so eventually, when he was told to do something by his deity that he knew he couldn't live with, he renounced his oath and fled. And then, after renouncing his oath, he was found by a local priest who was not necessarily worshipped a deity, but worshipped a way of life. And so he taught Ezekiel about the way of the life that he's been living, and Ezekiel took to the lessons very well because that's how he thought the life should be lived. And to kind of hide his past actions from soon to be other party members, from other people in the world, and kind of from himself, he constantly wears his helmet, kind of like the Mandalorians in Star Wars. He never reveals his face in public because he's afraid of what could happen to the ones he cares about and his fellow friends if he does. And so, yeah, he's a mountain of a man. He's like 6'8", and he's an Asimar. So I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing this character. But yeah, that's Ezekiel for you.
Nice. Oh, you guys have already updated your names in Discord. That's awesome. Cool. Except for Two Beans. What a degenerate.
I'm sorry. You guys are so mean. I'm gonna miss you, Tobies.
At least she's still alive.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice. All right. See, that looks really cool. Looks like a Super Mario mushroom character, though.
It does, but it's hard. There's not a whole lot of mushroom characters.
I mean that.
Angry Toad.
I mean that looks kind of badass, to be honest. Like I'm not mad at it.
Not gonna lie, some of the AI was searching for that. Horrifying.
Yeah, that I had to
Horrifying.
I had to simplify the prompt. Yeah, I simplified it from that. I'm like, okay, it's too much.
Oh god. You ready for the horrifying AI? There you go. Dear
Oh
Lord.
Oh my god, what the hell?
That is scary.
Dear Lord.
Looks like somebody microwaved it or something.
I'm gonna have nightmares for the rest of eternity now.
Well, it's because my prompt is like unclear because I'm not really sure exactly what you're looking for, so I keep pivoting.
All Sorry, I kind of like this. I don't know. It's very, but
That's
kind of
adorable.
like Toad, kind of. Gabby.
She likes to play the cute characters.
Yeah, cute chaos is the vibe. That's fun.
Those are cute.
That's tiny though. That to me looks like a tiny character, like a tiny creature.
Look, it's about how you use it, all right?
I mean, I guess you could be a mod. I guess you could be a small
He's
mic.
gonna fit in just fine.
Yeah, you're gonna be all right here.
Yep.
Wait, how about this? How about this generation? This one's kind of cute.
I like that.
That looks really cool.
Oh, that's cool looking.
No, but yeah.
I like how it's trying to resist putting rabbit ears on the toadstool.
Well, I took
But it
some
looks good.
inspo from those last two.
I
and
think
came
it
up with
just has
those.
one
Oh
arm.
yeah, the wings. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Yeah, the wings. That looks really cool.
But yeah, if we wanted to make it more
Like as far as like 3D goes, it looks good.
Myconoids actually look, that'd be fine. But just trying to find pictures that are the.
Nah,
design
it's totally up to you. I'll make it work. I mean, there's got to be there's tiny humans. Of course, there's tiny myconids, right? Short myconids.
I made it.
A short barbarian myconid beating the shit out of people is fun. It's fun for me to describe. So I'm not going to complain. That's a lot of fun illustration and combat for me.
When you said like, yeah, small character yelling up, it's like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I mean that would be fun, but that would be funny. And then if you're also like very strong, it'd be so much more funnier.
My strength right now is 18, so yes, it is.
God, you're going to be beating the hell out
Do
of
you
people.
lift, bro?
Yep. But
Yeah, her modifier's +4 already at least. That's gonna be crazy. Yeah, so you do 1 ASI, you're at 20. Level 4.
I'm trying to think who else, because I know I haven't done mine yet. Is there anybody else that hasn't done theirs?
I can go.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I'm Soot. I can say my name. I'm Soot. I'm 5 foot, probably. At least that's what I tell people. I'm 101 years old. I have a weird obsession with chimneys. I like a really well constructed chimney because, you know, you have to appreciate good craftsmanship. It's very important. I have a tendency to travel alone and hang out with the creatures that I meet along the way and learn from them what I can. I have a tendency to be pretty observant, and I learned a lot of what I know from passing rangers when I used to clean out the local like pubs and taverns. And when I cleaned it out, I learned and listened to people around me, and that was how I learned my skills. And I think archery is the coolest, and that's all I got so far.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good. I like it. There's a lot of places you can be from, a lot of factions you can work with, background wise, but I've found that sometimes it's better just to jump in, in your case, and it seems like what you're doing, it seems like you're ready, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've hung out with us this long, this is around the time frame of each game, just to give you an idea of it for your future scheduling.
Cool.
We usually
Remind me,
quit.
do you guys do Saturdays or Fridays?
Sundays.
Sundays.
Sunday, excuse me.
Sundays,
What day is it?
yeah.
I don't know what day it is. Sunday.
It
Okay.
is. Today is currently Sunday.
Okay. Biggest
Yeah.
thing would be football, but beyond that, we'll figure it out.
All right, yeah, that's true. She's gonna get, which is good for her. She's gonna get hired a lot for those types of things, which is good.
Yep.
All right, well, I mean, we'll bend and flex and all that. I mean, I've got with your character, especially with in this world, it'd be easier. It's a little easier to come and go than some of the other places.
Cool.
There's always a way to do that.
And
So
I tried to keep that character designed so that she could go off on her own and do what she needs to do and meet up with you guys when it's helpful.
yeah, I mean, and that can also play into your backstory. Like your your personality. Like if your character's like, oh well, I don't really want to hang out with these guys unless there's something that's in it for me. Like that's another interesting way to sort of twist your character and keep it business only with the party. That way you don't develop emotional ties if you end up leaving the party or leaving the game on a weekend where previously you were about to be killed by some big boss or something, right? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think yeah, William. I think William's done his character. I'm not gonna pressure anybody into introducing, but I think he's got his. I'm not sure how much of yours you got ready, sir, but
None.
I trust
Well,
you.
like, last time was
I trust you.
on the backstory, so I don't have anything now. 112-year-old Eldred wizard.
Just high elf,
You have
or
like
is there like a sub race you are? I'm sorry, I couldn't barely hear you there.
Eladrin?
Eladrin, okay. Nice, 2 Eladrins. Hell yeah. Those are my favorite elves. Go ahead, Pixel. I'm sorry, I cut you
I
off.
was gonna say rude. No, it's all good. I'm gonna say, do you have like a cool cape or something?
Nothing.
His art's actually really nice. His art's really good.
I'm gonna say your art does look good.
Yeah, his art looks
Giving
awesome.
Loki.
Yeah, I like that. It looks really good, sharp.
Oh, is that the Daloon I think she's looking at? It's the. Does she have new character art? For
Oh,
the
is there a
one that's in
different
the chat. That's your previous character.
I was gonna say you could click on my character sheet, but
It's on the should be on the character sheet.
I can't see anybody in the character sheet except for Taven. I'll refresh.
Well, I
Oh
tried to
wait.
refresh and I
Oh
wasn't
wait,
able to
yeah,
see
hang on.
anybody else's either.
Hang on, it's on my end. It's
Besides
on my end.
Steven.
Okay, let's see. See if Aspen pops up here. There we go. Okay. Should be able to see Aspen now. Alright, I'll start revealing the others. And of course if the player updates the art, then so be it. That's what the character looks like then. Unless it's something outright goofy, then I'm gonna question it.
As you should.
Like if it's a butthole or something. Please don't do that. Okay, they should be popping up in your journals for you to view slowly one after another.
Yep, they are.
Really like that soot artwork. Yeah, that's good soot artwork. I like that. Really nice. Alright, is that everybody's character sheet? Did I reveal all the sheets?
I think so. I think that's everybody that I can see.
Okay. You won't be level 1 for long, of course.
Deborah.
I mean,
I
that
was gonna say.
happened last time. Started
I was
one.
gonna say I can do my character. I think everybody else is gone. I don't think I've done mine yet. I was gonna say my character's name is For Cuppa. She is a shopkeeper's assistant in a shop in Whitmore. Her name is For Cuppa because that's what the shop owner paid for her. Is for coppers, his accent, and that's kind of her parents made money is selling their kids off to like shop owners and stuff. So yeah, that's how she got his name. It's For Cuppa. She's really smart, but like not very educated in terms of like book learning because he did that on purpose. So she had enough education to do with like inventory and stuff like that, but not to where she would get too much outside knowledge. But yeah, pretty short and sweet. She's an artificer, tinkers with things that people bring in and sell at the shop with varying levels of success and failure. But yeah, pretty much at 3 feet tall and stuff. Deborah and I noticed all the girls are really tiny, 5 feet tall at the tallest. All the guys are real old, except for David. So that'll be interesting.
It's a nice character too. It's gonna be a little chaotic, which I like. Not in the the people die sort of thing, but the fun RP sort of way. Looking forward to it. All right, let me bring my list back up here. Let's see. All right. All right, now, with all of that in mind, you guys are free to come up with your own ways that you arrived in Whitmore for the Festival of Lights, okay?
Do.
Yeah.
Or you can, you can all be lone wolves and stuff, which is cool. It's totally, I'm prepared for either way. I just want to I like to give the power to the players as much as I can because the story is about your characters. So I don't want to railroad too hard into like a quest line. I prefer to have the game be very as much of a sandbox experience as it can be without like boring you to death. So I've got a good sense of that. So I'll try to avoid that and okay, group dynamics. If you guys have ideas about Forland as well, looking at the map and stuff, feedback is welcome. If you have an idea of where you want your character to be from by looking at the map, run the idea by me. That way, just I know. And going forward, I can implement that into the story and roleplay accordingly if you ever meet someone or encounter something that has involvement with you. Everything that you should finalize before next week's session, which is session 1, you've already done. We've already made sure you guys have changed all your names in Discord to your character's name. That makes it easier for me and the others. Um,
Are you going to change your name to DM on high?
no, of course not. Let's see. So, yeah, we always play it by ear. We always get in Discord, and Darth will, since the majority of the players are coming from Arizona, where they are, and I guess Pixel's there too, but in the house where they are, the majority of them are there, so they come up with a time that they're all available now. And right now, usually it's Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. That's currently what it is, but we've all been flexible in the past, so we're all pretty willing to do so if we need to accommodate any of you guys. So no pressure to attend. Let's see. Okay. So any questions about the world or your role in it, or anything you that you see in the journal that you need me to sort of highlight?
I can't think of anything, but you're pretty good at getting back to us throughout the week.
I was gonna say not yet, but I'll do some reading when we're offline here.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, whenever you have access to the server, whenever you want, and all the stuff in the compendium's there for you to search. Pixel, if you're curious, the compendium up there next to the journal,
Mm-hmm.
you click on that, which you may already know this. I'm sorry if I'm mansplaining, but if you're familiar with the compendium, that's where you go to search. Just whatever, all the books that I have in the game, they're all compiled into the compendium. So all the books that we're using in this world, it should yield the information that you need.
Gotcha.
Regarding the rules, like the biggest thing is the conditions, right? Because that's the most common thing that we slip up on, just as a whole.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things. Once I dive in, I'll be fine.
Yep.
It's like riding a bike. You just jump on and you just go.
That's kind of how I just jumped in, didn't know what was going on, and just paid attention for a few weeks and had it. It's not bad. It's not hard. It's just pure fun. So that kind of concludes it. I think we did pretty good. We saved some time today, even for once. I don't have much else. I mean, you guys seem like you're ready to jump in and learn along the way. And the journal's there. All the information, most of the information that is available to the common person is there in the journal about whatever you see there.
I'm ready.
Cool.
Yep, I've got Act 1 through 4 all written out. So I am really excited to get this started, and we'll do that next week, and it's going to be a blast.
Looking forward to it.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna hang around a little bit. I'm gonna hang around more till 8 and so forth. So if anybody has a problem with their sheet or something, let's iron it out. I think for the most part, everybody's sheet looks okay to me. Darth, did you finally get the custom build going? I'm watching you on the stream. It looks like you're doing fine.
Yeah,
It looks good to me.
I'm gonna keep going over it throughout the week, making sure that I'm just trying to go through like with what the pictures and info you've sent me, making sure like, okay, do I have everything available to me at level 1? Okay, what's at level 2, so on and so forth. So yeah, it should be good for now.
For our bender, anytime you add custom spells to a character, which we'll have to do throughout some of the spellcaster custom classes we have, this is pretty obvious to you, but if you're at level 1, you don't have access to a second level or third level spell, even if it's on your list, okay? So don't try it, because you know I'm gonna say no. Not that you would ever try that, Drew.
Now, why would I do something like that?
I know you can only use 2 cantrips right now, right? Don't play.
That's it.
Don't try to use them second level spells right off the bat. No, I'm kidding.
So you have put the dad voice on there?
I can't. Well, I can try. I will try. I'm gonna make a conscious effort to roleplay a whole lot more in this experience as well. I want to make it more immersive. So you guys tell me how you want to play. Like, Pixel, how do you? I know you've played. You said you've played before. So how do you like Diablo style? Just run into a dungeon and start killing and looting shit, or are you here for like the story experience, the immersive roleplay experience, which is we like a mix, sort of. I think we do it.
The answer is yes. I'll probably be a bit shit role playing at the beginning, just because I need to know what the hell I'm doing, and then once I get that going, I'll be there.
Yeah, I won't. I'm not gonna throw you right in on something like I'm not gonna have like the mayor come talk to you immediately face to face in front of the whole village or nothing.
Perfect.
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be nothing like that.
I thrive under pressure.
No, it's not gonna be. Yeah, it won't be anything wild like that. Like you'll see. Like, and you won't be level 1 for long. Expect to level up to level 2 very quickly.
Sweet.
Probably within the first hour. Play a few mini games, boom, level 2. So that just trying to give you an expectation. You won't be level 1 for long at all. Probably won't even take a point of damage before you level up. It'd be very hard to.
Gotcha.
Just to give you a heads up, so you'll be able to experience leveling up as well, which will be very quick and easy with Character Mancer.
We're sticking with the moments, or like the accomplishment leveling. Are we done XP?
We'll do milestone leveling.
Milestone, that's the word. Okay.
So it's the way I do milestone is I do it achievement based. Like I think it's well my way of a vibe check really. Like I look at what all the parties achieved and I put it in my Act 1 through 4 folders. I'm like, okay, if the party does this quest, this quest, this quest, and this quest, level them up. If the party does this, this, and that, level them up. You know, if they saved the king's daughter from being kidnapped or something, level them up. If they do, if they do a significant task, level them. I've got all that stuff listed. So that's the way I do milestone. Like I have a checkbox of things. Like if the party manages to do this, this, and this, or a minimum of these 3 out of 5, that's how I do it. So since the Diablo music's playing, I'll tell you that there is a notice board in many of the towns, and I want to open the game up more. I want to keep the game open. I don't want to stick the characters railroaded onto a main story, but there will be like a main quest line, and I'm saying there's side quests available usually in every village you go to. There's going to be a quest board of people that need things done, which obviously will accelerate the amount of gold you have, the items you may obtain. It's obviously going to lead you to places which could benefit the party and your character. So just keep that in mind.
I have a quick question. I looked it up online and it said no, but I don't need to prepare spells as a bard, right?
No. Bard's a lot like you have a pool of spells and then you have a number of spell slots.
Okay, cool. Because I did not
Yep.
want to do that.
No. Yeah, you have you have a pool of spells, and then you just have a number of spell slots to use whatever spells you have. So choose your spells wisely.
Well, all the spells I've chosen so far are based a lot on what they're called and if I liked it or not.
Yeah, no, you get access to a lot of nifty spells as a bard.
I picked one called Heart to Heart just because I thought it sounded funny. And it does seem useful, but I was like, I like the
you should. You've definitely got like the roleplay character. Like that's kind of what bard is, to me anyway. Because you get jack of all trades, you get expertise, charisma's high. So yeah, bards are really good. Every bard I've played with that have had their charisma score pretty high, they've always been to do the craziest shit in RP if they just word it properly. So Anna's got a unique opportunity here
I'll try not to let my social anxiety get in the way.
Well, you don't have to play your character that way. I'm not backing you into that. You don't have to play that way at all. Play however you want. We've got other characters. You've seen how much Elric RP'd, and he didn't have much charisma on his ability score. But you see how, he talked to a lot of the characters and had to do checks and stuff like that. So, was his character statistically built that way? No, of course, the combat character, right? But, with your expertise that you get, which is really nice, your odds are very high. You know what I mean? Like, if you had an 8 or a 9 in deception, you know how crazy that would be? You could lie to everybody, dude.
I think Tobin's had a pretty good deception modifier, but I didn't get to use it very often.
Yep. So that's going to be cool. I mean, you have all of you have your own unique thing, and it's going to be implemented in the story. It's going to be useful in some way. I'm going to make sure all of your characters' abilities are useful in every way possible. Also, you may log in and the map looks different because I'll be making changes to it probably. Nothing like just cosmetically. I'm probably not going to move anything else around. But you may log in and see a little bit more of a plainy side of an area or more grass in an area that wasn't there before. Oh yeah. Nikki Nikki plays the edgelord characters all the time.
It's the most fun character to play, in my opinion.
Yeah, he watched Naruto one time and then he's like, man.
I've actually never watched Naruto.
I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Worth it.
I wouldn't consider his current character an edgelord, but he's definitely mysterious. And there's reasons for it, of course. It's not just there just to be edgy. Even if you wanted to play that kind of character, I don't care. It's not gonna. I'm still gonna try to help you have fun with it.
Was Rendlefit an edgy character? I didn't build him.
No, no, you were. I mean, I think he was multifaceted. Like he cracked jokes, and he was lethal, and sometimes he had one-liners when he killed people. You know, I mean, he had like sort of a quirky attitude. I don't think he was edgy.
Okay. I didn't really have time to build a personality with Rogar because he got brain sucked like almost immediately.
Yeah, that was rough.
That was funny too.
It's funny now. It was piss funny.
Yeah. Yeah, like when your character dies like that, it's like, oh crap, he's gone. Damn, he's dead already. Just like that, huh?
Well, that feels.
Okay though, because I made.
Yeah,
Tron
like
into a
dying
dope
in
character.
session 1.
This is gonna be great, y'all. This is my first homebrew game, and I get to really let loose and just flow with my imagination, and not really be held down by the rules, except for the ones that I made.
Yeah, we're all super pumped.
Very, very pumped.
All right, well, it's that time. So, any last questions? So yeah, Pixel, just to give you an idea, this is sort of the time frame of every game, like endurance-wise. So if you're okay with that, sitting down and playing a role-playing game that long, that's just to give you an idea. That's about how long these sessions take.
Yeah,
About how long
it's
it
all
took
good.
today. I don't want to go. I want to do better about in the future going into overtime because it's. I don't think we should be doing that. So I'll try to get better about that.
No worries, sir. Well,
She looks fine to me. I'm looking at it on the stream. It looks fine to me.
yeah, there's a couple things I'll talk to you about offline that I've noticed, like with these two things in particular.
All the ninjutsu stuff, all the shadow arts. Didn't you? Doesn't your character need a list of shadow arts to use during the leveling table? I forgot about that. Is that what it is or no?
That could be it. Part of it was I noticed that both of them gave me proficiency in stealth, so I don't know if that's something that you want to take back and kind of tweak on. Maybe one does stealth, one does another thing or something. But again, that's something that we can kind of workshop in the background.
So you chose out of the 4 that you chose when you set it up. You chose stealth.
Yeah, so
You choose 4 from those in the list, one of which is stealth. Did you choose is from setting up the class from the beginning? You can choose stealth to be one of the 4 skills that you're proficient in. Did you choose it there, or did you put all of those in there?
So I did first the Nightshade class, and you got skills down. It's 3 from, and then you list acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, perception, sleight of hand, stealth. So that's one place I could have gotten it from. And then the next was under features, Nightshade training. You gain proficiency and stealth and one additional skill of your choice from the Nightshade skill list.
Oh, that's supposed to be expertise and stealth.
Okay, so it's expertise and stealth and one other skill.
Yep.
Okay, I think
it's supposed to say under shadow. I see what you're saying. I see it now. So it's supposed to say if you have proficiency in stealth already, you gain expertise.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
Stealth and
Because you're a ninja. Makes sense.
it does. I'm gonna do perception and stealth. Okay. Okay, so it's supposed to be.
There's an expertise modifier in your cogwheel settings on the sheet too.
Yeah, I think I got it. I changed. Yeah. So stealth and perception both now say expertise next to them instead of normal.
That's fine.
So it's you gain expertise.
Quick fix.
Okay. I think that was the only thing that was kind of throwing me off. Yeah, if I find anything else, I'll let you know. But yeah, everything looks good right now.
Vision, self, shadow technique, shadow arts, and jutsu points. They fuel your techniques. Okay. So you need a list of shadow techniques to use your ninjutsu points on. I think we're missing that.
I actually have them. You
Okay.
sent them. Yeah.
You
Nightshade
have them. Okay.
techniques. Yeah. So.
Okay, you got them. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Cool deal. Yeah, that's all. I thought I was missing that. I was just making sure because I missed. That's trying to make sure we didn't miss anything. Slip up on something here. Because I mean, I've done that already. Like I've sent over class information and not like a list of what it can do. So okay, cool. We got that. All right. So you're ready.
Yes, sir.
We're all ready. And this is the end of the session 0. So just hit me with some questions. I mean, you don't have to right now. If you think of something during the week, I'm in Discord. You guys know. So, or just ask Pixel. You can ask anybody at the table stuff too. I mean, these guys have been playing for a while. They know some stuff. So, so if for some reason you can't reach me, then hit up anybody at this table, and they'll be more than happy to help you out, I think.
Cool.
But if there's no more questions, then I will see you next week as I build up the maps and add them to the game. And I'll have this landing page right here. See this when you log in. This will kind of be what I'll have. Try to have this filled out as much as possible for Chapter 1, Act 1. So I'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Thank you. Have a good good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Night, guys.
Hi,
Bye
guys.
bye.